thank you to Steve. And next up, we have Jen.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. My name's Jen. I am currently the chair of the CPUSA Austin chapter, and I've been kind of involved in the fight for abortion rights for about 10, 15 years. I actually wanted to take this opportunity to share with y'all a brief history of the fight for abortion rights in Texas, because it is long and treacherous. So abortion has been illegal here since the state's very first penal code was written in the year 1857. And the justification for the law was, quote, because the wrong people were going to be having more kids and the right people were going to be having fewer kids. Yeah. So Texas was a slave state with a large Mexican population, and these racial concerns were front and center. Maintaining white birth rate was seen at the time as an essential part of maintaining white power in our state. But in the 1960s, the tide started turning. Feminist activists in Texas and across the country started speaking out against abortion bans, which really hadn't been questioned for decades. And in 1970, two young women lawyers from Dallas brought forth a lawsuit challenging the Texas statutes on constitutional grounds, the right to privacy. And finally, in 1973, the Supreme Court agreed with them. Roe blocked not just Texas's statute, but all state abortion bans, granting a constitutional protection for abortion up to the point of viability. Unable to be enforced, the laws were effectively moot in Texas, but they were never formally repealed. And ever since then, the far right wing of the Texas bourgeoisie has been diligent in their mission to chip away at Roe protections. Famously, in 2013, Texas State Senator Wendy Davis delivered her historic 11-hour filibuster to stop the passage of a bill which would have put such strict regulations in place that 37 of the state's 42 clinics would close, making it nearly impossible for rural Texans to obtain abortion services. So she stopped it, but then the very next session, they passed a very similar bill. And then 8 years later, in September of 2021, SB 8 was enacted, and that outlawed abortion at 6 weeks since the last period. And it also instituted a $10,000 bounty on those who assist a Texan in obtaining abortion services. And then, of course, in August of 2022, thanks to Dobbs, Texas's trigger law was enacted, banning abortion in all cases. This is a full ban. They do offer the exception that if the life of the pregnant person is at stake, they can obtain the service, but they literally make you wait until you are septic and dying before they'll even consider it. So this is, for all intents and purposes, a full abortion ban. Anyone who helps Texans receive abortion care is subject to 99 years in prison, a $100,000 fine, and loss of their medical license if they are a medical professional. This ban also comes at the same time that the state is attacking the rights of transgender Texans. And these things are related. The far right attacks anything that isn't cis, white, and evangelical. They criminalize the existence of basically anyone who challenges their hegemony. The video that I have is just a collage of different photos of the Austin Club attending different protests and events around town.
All right, now let's see that